back with Bobby and JJ Radio. We're talking with some leaders of the tech industry here in San Antonio today. Next, we have the team from a really exciting app called RecChanges. Let me introduce you to Jermaine Malcolm, Sophia Young Malcolm, and Andrew Alanis. They are all co-founders of this great app. Jermaine has been in youth and community development for over 10 years, as well as the director of the East Side Boys and Girls Club of San Antonio. And he played college football. Is that right? In Illinois?
That's true.
Where at?
Illinois State.
Illinois State.
The Fighting Seahorse.
The Fighting Seahorse. That's right.
I got it wrong?
Probably.
The Redbirds.
Redbirds.
Close enough, yeah. He's married to Sophia, who was in the WNBA, just retired after 10 years
10
last
long
year.
years. The average is 2 years, I learned.
So she is
And
5
she
times
may or
the
may
average.
not know Greg Popovich.
She may or may not. I'm leaning toward may not. Andrew
I'm
has
leaning toward may.
extensive experience in creating web and mobile apps for high-profile clients like CampGladiator.com and Rise Vision Incorporated. So welcome, Rec Team. Thanks for coming today.
Thank you.
Tell us about RecChanges. What is that?
So, RecChanges is basically an application that connects users to trainers, recreational activities, and people of similar interests.
That's awesome.
How'd you come up with the name?
Yeah.
Well, going back to college, I wanted to think about, recreation for us was really impactful, right? So it changed our lives, right? So
it.
recreation.
Yeah, obviously. Football, basketball.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the deck now.
Yeah.
Is that it? No, I'm just kidding.
That's really it, yes.
Yeah, it really was just that simple. It's like how can recreation change your life? And so you just combine the two words together.
That's great. So somebody, is it just for athletes or just people who want to play just for fun or?
Yeah, definitely not just for athletes, for anyone that wants to get more active.
That's great. So just the things in the area. So how do you find the things that are going on in the area? How do you connect these things together?
So what you do is you'll log on to RecChanges and basically select your interests, the things that you like to do. So whether it's basketball, hiking, football, you'll be able to select your interests from the platform, and it populates with the things that are in the area that you like to do.
Cool. So you created the app just based on your own desire for it? Or were you hearing like there was a need,
Yeah, well, so like I said, going through college, one of the things that as a student athlete, getting out of college, and so can Sophia. She can relate to this as well.
We call her so too. We're tight.
Yeah.
We're tight.
We go way back.
Yeah.
Whenever you come out of college and you love to do something, you love to play football or basketball, and for some of us that don't go to the pros, you want to stay active. And so one of the things is, finding people that like to do the same thing as you. And so that's one of the longings that brought RecChanges.
Yeah, not all of us were lucky enough to have a professional
Right.
career for 10 years.
No, but for those of you who did not have a professional career, sometimes when you are, you're just at home and you want to get outside and you want to be active, but you really don't know how to go about finding people that like to do the same thing like you do, or where to start with finding a trainer. For those of us who became professional, you would think that going to the gym is like a simple way to find a trainer, but it is more complicated when we conducted our survey and just asking people where would you go find a gym, and the first thing they said was on the internet instead of going to a gym. So then we thought, okay, because everybody is so much on their phones now, create an app where they can just find everything in one spot, and they can find trainers, they can find people who like to do the same thing, they can connect with other people to in just a one-stop shop platform, so they won't have to go all over the internet from site to site to site.
Yeah.
It's just one stop.
So do you have to connect with the trainers and the gyms to be part of the app? Or
Yeah, if you're a trainer, how do you become a part of this?
Okay, so as a trainer, what we do, we vet all the trainers, so you have to go through a background check, and then you list your expertise.
You're out, Bobby. You're out. Yeah.
You list your expertise and your specialties, right? And so from posting that on the application, then whenever a user is looking for somebody that has your specific skill set, or looking for you with the desired skill set, then you would pop up.
Yeah, and it definitely doesn't have to be people from the gym. It's actually people like you mentioned earlier, student athletes who come out of college and don't go professional, but they want to keep doing the sport. When you think about a student athlete, they've been playing in college for 4 years, playing football for 4 years, but when they graduate, you're like, okay, so now what? You know, am I just gonna be done with football? But they have all this knowledge and stuff about the game, so then that student athlete can be a trainer on our application. And so whenever you have a high school student looking to, learn to get better at a receiver, you have all these student athletes in college.
Somebody that can mentor them,
somebody that can mentor them or teach them. Because I mean, college athletes, we learn so much within that 4 years. We learn so much about the game, and so it's just being able to like give back and implement all that knowledge into all these high school kids who want to get to where they got to.
That's awesome. Well, Andrew, I know you're one of the developers, so I guess the main developer.
Yes.
So
developer.
he's the developer. So tell me, how is this one different from other recreational social apps?
Well, right now, this is actually a really huge industry. It's actually an industry that the tech industry has been really trying hard to get some traction. The closest thing that we have is basically lots of other apps that just connect coaches to student athletes, but they don't really have anything that leverages the social media presence of today. So you think about the high school students that come out, they use applications like Snapchat, other things like Instagram or Periscope.
Or like Bobby, Tinder.
Or Tinder.
Swipe right.
And you see a lot of these applications have more of a social aspect. So you don't see anything in the rec space right now that's actually integrating both of them so that you can get, because I think a lot of the tech industry is all about trying to keep it at the high school and college level as their marketing, because you think about it, you start there, then you have like users for life at that point. Now, our app is definitely open to everyone else, and they can definitely get coaching needs as far as if you're just someone in their 20s, 30s, 40s and just want to learn something new. It's open to that, but I think, this is kind of going to be a first app that's kind of leveraging both, kind of being a place where you can find coaches, but then you can also kind of pick up games and have a social connect and share it with each other.
So if I want to download this app, say I just, for some reason, want to go one-on-one with the ex-WNBA star.
Yeah.
Would that be possible?
Yeah, that would be possible.
Not with the background check, though, because you definitely need a background check.
If you know them, obviously, and you are connected to them, that would be something that you could definitely.
I would brag if I won. And
then you can use our social media platform for that.
Now, is there a way to say no former WNBA players allowed? Because if I'm hosting a pickup game, I'm gonna be real mad if some ringer comes in and like, oh, BT Dubs.
So what's interesting is obviously a lot of apps that come out, they have a beta, they kind of slowly start at one feature, then they slowly grow into more. So in our plan, we actually have something that's going to be skill-based, because a lot of people in our survey have said, hey, I really want to take a pickup game, but I don't want to find someone that's going to be less than my skill level or more. And so we definitely hope to integrate that with our social platform so that people can actually feel good about randomly being matched up with someone in a pickup game in the same skill level.
Okay.
That's a really cool idea.
Come back.
I'm going to download this app. I will definitely download this app.
Jermaine, tell us how people can get in touch with you or how they can find more information out about this.
Yes, so most definitely going on to RecChanges.com. We're also on our multiple social media platforms, so Facebook and Instagram, right? And Twitter. And just give us a call, give us an email. You can find us at info@RecChanges.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. And thanks to all of our tech startup geniuses for joining us today. And thank you for what you're doing for the city of San Antonio. Bobby and JJ will be back next week with more great information. Have a great week.
Bye.